I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you see it now? Can you see my screen? Okay, so this is the structure of the code base, right? So this about us, let me just start from the HTML. So what I use is normal HTML, right? And also from the header section, you can see we have font awesome. Then I use normal external CSS. Then there's a header CSS, right? And there's tailwind. I use tailwind. So basically, this is just normal HTML which you can read and you understand. Do you get? So then at the bottom, the scripts I'm using the header script. I'm using Java index.js, and then I'm using Sweet Alert. You know that alert system that whenever you sign in or you log in, all those things. Yes, all those things. Do you get? So I'm using that. So at my header section, this is what I'm calling it. You see this div ID. This is what I'm calling it, right? So I think my XAMPP is on. So that's that for that. And then you have the about us, the HTML. So each of the page is in a folder. Then the admin, this is the admin, right? Ahead, you know when you were adding products and all that. Then this is the JavaScript for the admin. All the JavaScript is here. Do you understand? Then this is the assets where I have all my pictures and then the index.js, the index.css, and the server.js. Then this is the backend. Now the backend, right, has the sending. Okay, first of all, this is the config folder, right, which houses the database, right? And this is where all the functions are written for the saving, the deleting products, everything. Even the admin backend, this is where everything is written. Do you get? Then this PHP mailer is what we use in sending. So this is like a library or a folder that houses a library, right? What we use in sending to different to different emails, sorry. Do you get? Then this stripe PHP is the connection to that payment gateway, right? Then this upload, whenever you upload a picture or you upload a product, you understand the picture of the product, this is the folder it comes to. Do you get? So then this cart is when you go to the address, the cart, the summary, right? So even in your cart system itself, you can even change your address. So that's where we have that change address. So let's see, let me show you that one. So proceed to checkout, change. So you can update your address here. So once you are done, so now just see, now I'm going to write proceed. No, I didn't update it. I'm going to write this and then I'm going to update it. Update, then let me proceed. Are you seeing it has been added to my address? Exactly. So that is what this address HTML is for, and then the cat, and then the summary, right? So this header.js houses um, all the head elements and then the footer element, right? So this is where all the logic is um, concerning the toggle button. I was also able to do the what's the name, the mobile responsiveness and all that. So that's where it houses it. Then my account, you know, you know your change password, your profile and all that. So this is where it is in my account. Then OTP, this is the screen for the OTP. This is the page for the OTP. So the reset password, this is the forgot password, reset password. Then the products, this is the bank transfer, the billing transfer, everything. Then sign in, this is login, this is sign in, and then sign up. Then you have your support system, yes. Then index.html, back to index.html. Then let me just speak a bit about how you are sending to the backend when you are registering, right? So when you come to your assets, and let's use the server. So server.js houses the login process, right? So um, let's say we have our sign up. So this is our sign up function that controls the user's authentication, right? So this would give you all your last name, first name, address, postcode, everything, right? And let's go to sign up. So sign up, so everything is gotten from here. So I'm using the ID to get the value. So this email, phone, are you seeing that? So when you come to this, so I want to show you to compare. So this the last name, you see last name here on the sign up, you see last name, you get. So I'm using this to get the value. As you can see, I'm getting the value. Then when I'm getting the value, I'm making sure that the email is like a valid email, right? And then comparing the password to password, ensuring that they match. So after that, I use form data. You can read up on form data. Then I append everything, and then I'm sending it with XML HTTP requests. That's the method I'm using, and then I'm sending it to this particular API. Do you see this? This is what I'm sending. I'm sending a post request to this location, and I'm putting through. Now follow me on. Then at the back end, this is where I'm handling my API requests. Do you get? So this now is PHP. Now this is where I'm handling the requests. You can also copy and paste this in ChatGPT to help. Do you understand? Exactly. So this is the function, is looking out from this function. So this save user now is the function in this database. So it's going to search for the class. Do you understand? So this is how we are interacting. So we get the request and then we insert it into this table. Do you understand? So we are not just using SQL. We're not doing this SQL injection that it will just push it directly. So we are using bind params. You understand? We're binding it with this method. Do you get? And then when we do that successfully, we send the user. Do you get? So this is just an example of how we wrote This is just an example of how we wrote this thing. This is just an example of how we wrote this stuff. Um, Using client side rendering, getting the API and sending it to that point. Do you get to this API request.php? So basically, that is just it. So do you have any questions? It, it's quite straightforward, but yeah, yeah. So the thing now is, the more you study, the more you get accustomed to it. Do you get? So everything is just connected to each other. It's normal HTML, and then there's a JavaScript. If you're looking for any particular function, just copy the name of the function. For example, now this sign up function now, right? If I want to get this function, I go to my sign up, and do you get? Once I click on this button, I copy this, then I come to my server.js. I look for it here. Are you seeing it? Has shown me this, right? Yes. So if this API request now, if I'm looking for this particular one, I'm going to copy this, go here, right? Search for it here. Do you get? It shows me this is where the API is being sent to. Then for the database, I just copy this function, right? Save user. Then I go to this database. Then I put it here. And then I see the whole logic concerning it. So from the client side to the server side, they are all connected with functions. So you just need to copy that particular function and then send. It's that simple. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you just need to like have a personal review and